Come on.
So, another video of me just sitting here spouting shit. So in this video I'm just going to talk about like gym do's and don'ts, stuff that I personally recommend, especially if you're just starting out with, obviously like people start out in the new year but gyms are shut now. But wee tips and advice pretty much. So the main thing I'd say is, and might sound stupid, but just get to the gym, right? Just get there. Now, don't get me wrong, there's been days and hundreds of days that I just cannot be arsed going to the gym. And trust me, the hardest part is getting there, and that might sound a bit like cliched, but trust me, the hardest part is getting there. But once you do get there, 9 times out of 10, you're fine. So, once you're in the gym, what to do? Personally, if you're a newbie, I personally recommend focusing on compound movements. Now, if you don't know what these are your squat, bench, deadlift, maybe overhead press, some people class also, just your heavier compound lifts. Now, don't go in and just think you can rack up 100 on bench and go for it. Like, the chances of you being able to do that right off the back are very, very slim. So, go with form over weight at the start, or especially at the start, should I say. You should always go for form over weight, but especially at the start when you're not too sure on the form, you have to get this tied down first. This leads me on to my next point, is pretty much just leave your ego at the door. Now, don't get me wrong, like, we've all been ego lifting at some point, right? If you claim you haven't, then you probably haven't, just don't recognise it, sort of thing. So everyone's done it, right? It feels good, just ripping a weight off the ground that probably you shouldn't be. Right, like I've said with my deadlift, my 200, I wasn't exactly ego lifting, but form wise that was hoaching. So yeah, leave your ego at the door. Everyone's there to better themselves. Everyone's there for the same goal pretty much, so leave your ego at the door and work on the form. That kind of now ties into the next point, is don't judge people at the gym. Please don't. Me personally, maybe at the start when I was in the start of the gym, I'd be like, whoa, but fucking, I noticed people looking at me or whatever, right, and it really used to get to me. Now, I genuinely couldn't give a fuck, right? If you want to look at me, you're either looking at me because you want to maybe learn the exercise or something, I don't know your reason. You might be looking at me because I'm doing it wrong, you might be looking at me just because you're a cunt, so, I don't know. And, again, this ties into my next point. Don't make anyone feel uncomfortable, right? Whether it's staring or laughing at them or just being a dick, don't do it. There's no need. We are all there to better ourselves in one way or another, whether it's to lose weight, gain weight, get fitter, get stronger, whatever it could be. We're all there for a reason, and it's the umbrella is the same reason, but it's more the females, and I think everyone knows what we mean by this. The attention females get in the gym is, I'd say it's pretty bad, pretty uncomfortable for them at times. Now, you'll find, and this isn't a shot, but you'll find 9 out of 10 females are there to either like lift the weights, do the cardio, look better, tone up, etc. You'll find, and even with the men, you'll find some of them might just be there for the odd photo, and you know what I mean. And trust me, I've seen it with the men and all. There was one time these two guys went up the back. If you know Pure Gym Paisley, there's the big mirror wall at the back. They just went up, took their t-shirts off and started posing. I mean, what can you say to that? Now, I'm not one for slagging anyone, but I don't know, leave that in the changing rooms, the toilet sort of thing. And what makes it worse is they actually didn't do anything. They come in, t-shirts off, photos and fucked off. You're like, come on guys. But yeah, don't stare at people, right? Whether it's males or females, newbies or experienced lifters, right? Just try not to. Obviously, like, you can't walk about the gym with your eyes shut, so you're going to look at people, but there's looking and there's staring, right? You can look at people, but don't stare at them, sort of thing, especially if they're new, because you'll find that a lot of new people are very uncomfortable. As I said, I was at the start. Now I couldn't give a fuck, like, just carry on, say well done to me, laugh at me, I don't give a fuck, right? But a lot of people do, so just don't make people feel uncomfortable, please. I was just noting the lighting in here is very bright. I look very white. Might go for a sunbed. So yeah, just don't stare at people. Obviously, like, if you know someone, like, especially personally, like, there's sometimes you're not necessarily, or I'm not necessarily staring, but like, say for example, I know someone personally and they're going for like a heavy deadlift, say, I'm watching that, right? I am watching that. Whether they record it and they'll put it on Instagram or whatever later, I am watching that to see how well they do and encouraging them if, like, I'm very close by or whatever. But let's be honest, we all know what sort of attention and staring I'm talking about. Mainly females. Just don't do it. Don't make them feel uncomfortable, because it can be a daunting place. Or these big fucking men and all that just kicking about lifting weights, and you're just like, a lot of the times I know I've seen people on Instagram and that say like they're the only female in the weight section, and that's brilliant. Just don't make them feel uncomfortable, because they're the same way as you are to get better. So just be friendly. I know it's hard and you need to keep distance and all that, and I'm not saying go up and fucking kiss someone, but just be friendly. Give them a nod, give them a smile. Just don't make people feel uncomfortable, because that can be really hurtful, especially for a new person. There was a couple of weeks ago in Pure Gym, there was this boy in, and I could tell he was new, right? He didn't really have a clue, but he was really trying. Fair play to him. He got up, came to the gym, and was doing something. It's better than somebody sitting on a couch. So fair play to him. But you could tell he didn't really know what he was doing. And there was these utter dicks just fucking looking at him and laughing. And like, he didn't look like the most confident boy. And that could have knocked him sideways. Like, he might never step foot in a gym again, just because of these utter twats. It's annoying. It's annoying that there's people out there. Don't get me wrong, I've stared at people. Right, I'm not going to say I'm sitting in the gym with my eyes shut and do a set and close them again. But I'm a bit like, I look at people if I know they're doing stuff wrong, and one part of me is like, I really want to go over and try and help them, but another part is like, is that cheeky? Will that make them feel uncomfortable? And see, to be fair, I think that's the way for a lot of more experienced gym goers. They're like, I can help this person, but is it cheeky? That's like the kind of mind frame I'm in. And don't get me wrong, like, there's been a couple of times that people have noticed that I'm like looking at them and that, and they've said, here, am I doing this right? And then that means I can go and help them with sort of their permission, so to speak. Again, I think it was a month or two ago, I think I was benching. This guy came up to me, I don't know if he knew me or not, he was just asking me to check his deadlift form, and he probably couldn't have asked a worse person to check his deadlift form knowing mine, but he still asked, he felt comfortable asking me. But as I said, whether he knows me or not, I don't know, but that's the sort of thing. I'm not saying everyone should come up to me and start asking, because I don't know everything, but it's nice to let others know that you're there to help. Another thing is, especially if you're new, try and go with someone. Training partners are really, really good. I've spoken about them on Instagram before. I highly recommend them, so I do, if possible. But be careful who you choose. Choose someone with the same motivation and drive as you. Don't go with someone that's just a yes man, pretty much, that even if your form's bad, they'll say it's good and whatever, because then you're never going to improve. Just go with someone that you know, right, if I fuck up this lift or form or whatever, he's going to be, or she's going to be there to help me say, you could do this better, do that better, or whatever. If you're new, I highly, highly recommend recording your lifts and taking progress photos. I personally recommend this for anyone. I only started recording maybe a year and a half ago, 2 years, and I really wish I had started a lot sooner. So I really wish that. Progress photos, maybe the last year. I was not insecure, but I didn't know how the reaction would be to them, so to speak, because you do get some people out there that are just hate you for being you, like for just trying to do what makes you happy and what you enjoy, and I don't know, that's a bit fucked to me, but they can do what they want. As I said, it doesn't bother me in the slightest anymore. So yeah, just record yourself, progress photos, because especially if you're trying to either bulking or cutting, scales can be very, like fluctuating. They can fluctuate. Personally, if I'm weighing myself, I weigh myself at the same time every morning. So I go to, before work, I go for a shower, come straight out of the shower, naked, so I know it's a t-shirt isn't heavy or whatever, but it can add a pound or two. So straight out of the shower, straight on the scales, weigh myself at pretty much the same time every morning. Add these all up at the end of the week and then divide it by 7, that gives me my weekly average. But I don't really focus on the scales, neither do. Progress photos are the one for me, so I highly recommend them. Another thing, and this might sound stupid, but try and enjoy it. But you're going to have sessions that you're not going to enjoy, but you're there, you're doing something, and that's more than the cunt sitting on the couch. So enjoy it as much as you can, stay motivated as much as you can. But remember, you are going to have off days, and it's fine, whether it is training, whether it is diet. You're going to have off days. Everyone has them. Find me someone that's constant 365 days a year, because you won't. There's no one. Everyone has off days. Everyone is entitled to off days. Also, rest is important. Don't go smashing every session, 3 hours, 7 days a week, 4 weeks a month, 12 months a year, because it's not healthy, right? Go in, smash every session, but don't do it every single day, every single week, because you're going to be fucked. So yeah, take the time to recover, because recovery is very, very important. That includes not actually being at the gym, that includes being up but still being lightly active, and that also includes being asleep. Sleep is very, very important, especially for muscle building and repair. So please don't think you have to go in and smash it 7 days a week, right? Because you're going to make progress. Better progress, not doing that. So yeah, compounds, don't be a dick, don't stare, training partners, progress photos, videos. That's my do's and don'ts, pretty much, to start off the gym, so to speak. I hope everyone had a lovely new year. By the time of recording this video, the gyms are shut. By the time it goes out, they may be opened, or it may have been extended, so I don't know, we'll just have to wait and see, I guess. I personally think it's going to be longer, but hopefully by the time this video goes out, they are opened, and then my next video will be a workout video instead of me just sitting here spouting shit, because that's the last couple of videos I've just had to do that. But again, thanks for the support, troops. It's very much appreciated. Links to the Facebook, Instagram, etc. in the description. Subscribe if you're new, like the video, and I shall see you next week.
You can say hello, but I don't need you to like me. Don't need you to like me. Don't need you to like. You can watch me go, 'cause I don't need you to like.